of course, Stephan here. Mr. X is going to be here shortly. Just stuck up in a little traffic there, so he should be here within the next couple of minutes. And of course, before we even enter into any discussion here, we got to acknowledge the Ground Report team, of course. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes. Fantastic job this morning, guys. All right, so in the news, or on the front page of the paper this morning, there is a picture of Alyssa Phillip, the organizer of the Kaya Sealy Joshua Samaru demonstration. And of course, she was taken into custody yesterday. She was arrested. Okay. And I see here the Prime Minister under the headline, Cops Arrest Kaya Protesters, Friend and Influencer Detained During Demonstration Outside the DPP's office. And the Prime Minister is saying they're publicity farming to provoke the police. Okay? Now, we have to have a very mature discussion on this. All right? Because I see this going in a position, into a particular area that is of concern. All right? The concerns I have for this is the miseducation of John public. Before you even get to the actual issue and the investigation and so on and so forth, and the findings and the charging of the DPP and whatever, we have the miseducation of the general public. We have these set up political activists that seem to be hovering around the issue, given it the perception of becoming more political than anything else. We have the dark cloud that we are encouraging over our process for justice, our justice process, which includes the system, which is the policing, the investigative arm, the director of public prosecution, and the courts. Now, I just want to say this. Let me start with these activists Sunday. And I want to let you understand and listen carefully. And you know, there's another headline in the paper here. Sealy's attorney says she's willing to return home after the medical treatment. Now, I see a very young, passionate young lady, okay, at the forefront of these demonstrations. I do not see, nor have I heard, I do not know if they reside abroad, but I've not seen or heard from Sealy's parents or any one of her family members. Right? Neither have we seen in the first or the second protest action any presence from the Joshua Samaru family. Right? Neither the father nor the sister of Joshua Samaru has lent their presence to this particular protest action. Okay? Now that could speak to something, it could not, who knows. This is a friend of Sealy, apparently, who is at the forefront of this protest action. So I see a very young, passionate individual who has some valid points in some of the things that she's talking about in terms of the PCA. And of course, we all have doubts from time to time in the TTPS. We know they are not a perfect organization, and we know that corruption does exist, but it doesn't exist in the TTPS alone. It exists in almost every organization that you could think about in Trinidad and Tobago, right? But notwithstanding that, we have an issue with trust in the police service, trust and confidence. Okay. Now that lack of public trust and confidence can be justified based on many instances where police officers have been found wanting, and when they are found wanting, they are investigated and they are put before the court. Yes? And many times we have seen police officers put before the court and they pay, the ultimate price, right, for their corrupt actions. That within itself is an example of the system working. Okay? Now, we can all criticize the TTPS and their actions. We could all have a dislike for the police from a general standpoint, because some of us might have had bad experiences with the police service or whatever. And we could say, boy, me like them police and them thing, and and there's oppressors and whatever the case might be. We could all have an issue with that. Nothing is wrong with that. That is fair game. Okay? We could cast doubt over the police's ability to properly investigate and gather evidence in a matter. We could all have those doubts as it relates to that. Nothing is wrong with that. That's fair game. But the one thing that we must not encourage, right, is casting a shadow and doubt over the courts of Trinidad and Tobago. Right? You see the court? It works. We may have a backlog of cases and things like that cause the process to be longer and move slower than it should. However, there are things being put in place to speed that up. That will take a little time. But all in all, the courts work. The process works. The natural course of justice, it works. And when we have a situation like this, where an incident has occurred, an investigation has been done, evidence has been gathered and presented to the Director of Public Prosecutions, and the Director of Public Prosecution has made a decision or given a directive based on that evidence provided to him to charge a particular individual. That is where we're at. The matter has not gone through the court yet. And I keep saying this. Nobody has said that Kaya Sealy has been found guilty of anything. So, what will happen if she is? Let's say the matter goes through the court and the evidence is solid and she's found. Let's just say that happens, right? What is going to happen then? Right? If we do not take a responsible position on the issue and allow the courts to do what they have to do, the lawyers to do what they have to do, the defense attorney will defend, the prosecutors will prosecute, the evidence will be laid out in court, and a decision will be made. Right? Worse yet, what happens if the evidence does not stand up in court? Right? And I say worse yet, not from the standpoint of Sealy, but what does that now say about the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service if it swings the other way? And this is why all of this protest is a waste of time. It is just noise, more noise for no reason that is going to reach you absolutely nowhere. Take it from me, I know what I'm talking about. When Andrea Barrett was murdered, I was part of the Candlelight Movement, which was a massive, far bigger than this, if you all remember. We're talking thousands upon thousands of people used to come out to these vigils. We held meetings in different parts of Trinidad and Tobago, going out and speaking to the people. And when we went to these meetings, it wasn't no 60 or 80 people or 100 people, you know. It was thousands of people was coming out. I remember when we went to Baraka Grounds by the late Inshan Ishmael, because he was part of it as well. And we spoke about the crime and the violence and so on and so forth. And people brought forward their solutions of legislation for pepper spray and several other ideas that we documented. And then we went out and we got 128,000 legitimate physical signatures on a petition to petition the government at the time, which was the PNM government. We went and we put those petitions, the 120,000 signatures, and we went to the Red House with it. And they told us, you can't drop that off here. That is better. You have to drop that off. If it's anything with legislation, drop it off by the AG office. We went and dropped that off. And up to now, nothing has happened. Right? And I talking about a movement far greater than what you see in here with this protest with this Kaias illegal. Right? I talking about far greater numbers of people, everything, right? And we got nowhere with that, right? Now, the Andrea Barra thing, that, well, everybody know what went on with that, and that played out itself. However, this situation is yet to play out itself in a court of law. And I am simply saying to people, we have to take a step back and allow the process to take place. Trust the process. Regardless of whatever you believe or what opinion you have, we need to be responsible. And this is my next disappointment. I see in some of these activists who have joined the protest action. The chorus, yes. The Abdullahs and they. And you know what's my disappointment? These fellas and them have a history of this type of action and advocating for these things and protesting all the way back to the 70s. You're telling me none of they could just put your arm around the young lady and say, sweetheart, listen. This protest action that you want to hold, you are asking to go in front of a DPP office, which has safety and security issues, especially under a state of emergency. So while the police didn't give you permission, this is not the normal state of play. We under SOE and they are going in front of the DPP office. Right? Which brings a certain level of safety and security issues to the TDPS. So they are going to put a presence there. Alright? You're telling me none of they could advise the young lady about how to go about doing this the right way? Or why not, or why she could or why she cannot engage in such action at this time or at that location or things like that, or let us stand up there and all allow the, you understand? And then the young lady herself, like I said, the miseducation. When the inspector held her hand to carry her to the vehicle, and they had enough and they were about to arrest her, she was saying, call her WPC, please. I want to inform these people, not the protesters, I'm just talking about people in general across Trinidad and Tobago. The police, if you are a woman, the police do not need a woman police, a female officer to arrest you. A male officer could arrest you. The only time a female officer is required is in the event that they are going to search you. That is when they're required. A male police, I fed up see that around, you know, with people, the miseducation of John public. But why is them male police and them grabbing the woman so the other woman police had to deal? No. It don't work like that. That's not the law. Right? A female officer is only required in the event of a search. So don't get it twisted. And I should tell her that the young lady, along with others, they don't really understand the law. And maybe that's the reason why they don't understand the system and the process that is currently taking place. And I just think everybody just needs to take a step back. All the social media, these ignorant social media people that will post their comments and looking to choke needle and have other agendas and things like that. Be careful with the monster all you're playing with, you know. Because anytime a society moves towards casting a dark cloud over the justice system of their country, then you are leading towards a place of collapse. X, morning.
Morning. Welcome to the Ground Report team. Good morning. And I just kind of fed up on these issues, right? Here's what I do know. A writ of a prima facie case was made out based on the evidence of what the police provided in the report that they would have given to the DPP.
Mm-hmm.
That evidence also too requires a forensic report that either corroborates or disintegrates the police account of what goes on. Right? That's what I do know. That is facts, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know the DPP not to be a madman. He has never demonstrated that he has been a loose cannon or a mad guy or just making up things, right? So whatever report that the police would have submitted, it would raise certain questions. Okay, let's say it happened, right? An investigator go out, they do their thing, they check, whatever the case may be. Although I believe police should not be investigating police, right?
We could all agree on that.
Right? So,
yeah, we could all agree on that.
But they have provided evidence to certain things. And this is what I know from law. I am not no lawyer, but I know from the legal aspects. You would go through the report and there would be certain, you would make your marks, wherever the case would be on the paper, answer the questions, because you, as the DPP, does not have an investigative arm attached to the DPP's office.
Right.
So he can't corroborate nothing.
Right.
All he could do is collect the report and go through line by line what they say and piece together the timeline of the events.
And that is across the board in every country.
In every country.
That's normal standard that the DPP does not have an investigative arm.
He would go through all of those pieces and make his comments and decide. Right? The only thing would come now is the actual forensic report that either corroborates what is in that report that the police send, or it would disintegrate what it is they send, because it would not match up with the timeline of what the police would put together and present it to the DPP.
In which case, if the second thing that you just mentioned is the case, then the DPP would not charge. He would tell them, no, go back.
I need evidence for here. I need evidence for there. I need corroborating its statements here. You need to talk to this one, and that's where the report would go back.
Right.
As done in several cases of the DPP, which I am sure about. Right? Because I have a couple of people working in there and whatever. So you would send them back this statement in right, this in lining up, whatever the case may be, right? So the last part would be the forensic document, which would deal with things like fingerprint residue, hand swabbing, gunshot residue.
Just pause right there.
Uh-huh.
How many different arms of the TTPS how many different investigative arms of the TTPS have to deal with all of those things that you're mentioning?
It's only one.
Is it different?
It's only one. It's only forensic.
Okay,
forensic department.
All right, go ahead.
They would go through the vehicle, and they would say, "Well, right, that'll go through and look for forensics, which would be gunshot residue,
right,
hand swabbing, all these different angles of the shots, where it came from,
right,
different pieces they would put together in their report. So it would say that 11 shots were fired, so 5 were fired, so wherever, and based on the trajectory of the report that the police sent, the forensic department will corroborate or disintegrate that report.
Right.
So it have to line up, right?
Okay.
And when it lines up, then the DPP will decide whether a prima facie case was established here. Does it have enough evidence to go to court?
Right.
Right? And if he got the report the day before, right?
Right.
Right. So whatever is in that report that the forensics send as to whether or not there was gunshot residue at the back of the vehicle, if the person was holding the shots, what type of shots, what type of gun, adding up all the pieces have to add up to what the police account of what go on based on their investigative timeline. Because there's a timeline that this has happened. This doesn't happen anything anywhere. It had a line up.
They would also have to, once they've recovered a firearm, firearm.
All of that would have to line
all
up.
Of that would
so
have
if
to
they
line
say
up.
they found a firearm and the forensics say that the lands and grooves of this weapon fired this shot in this direction, there would have to be gunshot residue around the area and so on to corroborate that the shot was fired, indeed fired. Forensics is not an exact science, but it is very close to the facts of the case.
Right.
Right? So you would get all of that, right? When that lines up with the report that the police send, he would say, here's what's happening. You have about 4 cases here that you have established via your timeline. So it is very simple. I will issue certain instructions that will deal with how the person or persons should be charged in this instant. Right? So I am trusting the DPP's word.
Right.
I can't trust nobody else because I don't trust the police service like that. And I don't trust the other people like that. I trust the DPP's assessment of what he has in front of him.
Right.
We have a lot a lot of questions would have to be answered in terms of where this gun was kept, because they say it was in Shibra and she have some small a small chest.
The cleavage is
is very so where this 9mm was holding and all them kind of thing, right? I don't know what would that be in terms of the report.
And just on the question we've been asking as to why a lot of people have been asking, like, why when she went to the hospital, they didn't arrest her and this, that, and the other. From what I understand, information that I got last night is that when she was taken from the crime scene
Right.
to the hospital, she was placed under police guard initially.
Right, okay.
And then she was released when her attorneys filed a writ of habeas corpus, which forced the police to release her because she hadn't been charged yet.
Oh, okay.
Right? She hadn't been charged
okay.
with anything because the investigation was...
Right, okay.
Remember, the
It
investigation
was
had to
early,
initiate, right?
In
It was still early.
next stages, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they would have... The lawyers would have filed... You want to explain what a habeas corpus is?
Well, it would have been...
It basically means they cannot detain her.
Yeah. How to put it, boy? How to put it? It would be... There are certain constitutional rights that you are entitled to as a human.
Right.
Right? And habeas corpus would be one of them in terms of trying to understand how you go forward. Right? And that writ of mandamus, it have all sorts of different writs and things that class action, suit, all these terms you have to learn in law. Right? So that's why I'm saying that the DPP is not a madman.
Right. So but just to let you know, why they may not have had the charge, right?
Right.
When she was in the hospital, they would not have been able to charge her because, remember, she would have been there under police guard, yes. The lawyers would have written this writ of habeas corpus, which forced the police to release her.
Right.
But they would have released her because they can't say we're charging her for evidence that they have not properly analyzed.
Right.
An investigation had not taken place yet.
Right.
To say, well, you understand? So that is why maybe it happened. But a lot of people asking that question. So I just wanted to bring clarity to that, right? So that's another part of the story that was missing.
Yeah, but if they found if they found they issued a writ of habeas corpus, right? It would mean that they could challenge that is a right against not being challenged in the proceedings.
Right.
So if they did that, they would have to halt in terms of going forward and swabbing her and wherever. Well, they came from a court.
Well, then that is why she would not have been able to be swabbed.
No, yeah, well, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
see,
correct.
all right. So hold on here.
Yeah.
Now remember, we keep saying this story missing people and parts.
You could challenge
Right.
the with not being charged kind of thing.
Right. Now, remember, we keep saying the story missing people and parts, which have led to a lot of speculation in the public space.
Right.
So hopefully that information clears up that aspect of it, so that people have an understanding now. Because you have been asking that.
Yeah.
Why she wasn't swabbed? Why she wasn't swabbed?
Yeah, but
so
if
now
you
we
find
kinda, now
if
we
you find
kinda know.
it's a legal term that would more or less deal with challenging whether or not they could be charged or detained.
Right.
Kind of thing, right?
So
So,
that-
if that is
there
the
it
case,
is.
you cannot go forward. And then you have the judge's rule also too, in terms of how you question a suspect, when to start a suspect questioning, when to end a suspect questioning, and the width and latitude they could go to in terms of getting answers to your questions and so on. So you also have the judge's rule, you have habeas corpus, you have different
It's have a
legal
lot
terms.
of aspect of it that the public don't know about.
Well-
This is why I mentioned the miseducation or lack of education of John public when it comes to not only the law, but the way that our investigation is run, how much different parts
Well,
and
me and a lawyer, but I just read.
right, but how much, but plenty of people don't put it in a book and,
Put it in a book.
when they don't want nobody learn. So all the different aspects of an investigation, all the different aspects of law, habeas corpus being filed or whatever the case might be, right?
Because,
All these
because,
little things
because
are
all
things
these
that
questions that I answer,
most
here,
people don't know
I would
about.
have loved to have been a lawyer for this particular scenario.
On which
because
side?
I am
Defense or
seeing,
prosecution?
I would have loved to be.
Which part you want to be on the
that-
court,
that-
the
that's-
defense or the
that-
prosecution?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Because it have plenty, it have so many loopholes on both sides, right? But all I know is the writ to charge
Yes,
was given already.
right.
So there is no turning back, no amount of protests, no amount of nothing
Yeah,
could solve this problem before it begins.
right.
She will be charged when she lands, and she will go through the process of going to the court and answering indictably for the charges and so on. She will have to post bail if she gets bail, and it's manslaughter, so she will get bail in the sum of maybe about $200,000-$300,000, wherever the case may be, and they have to pay it via the court with a surety or an approval or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the case starts in terms of the prosecution building their case around the findings and the forensic report. That is, and you can ask all the questions you want to ask via the court if you are skillful enough to know where the loopholes are, right? Because that's what they pay a lawyer for,
And that
to
is what-
find the loopholes.
And that is what X has been saying. Instead of going around making noise, protesting, and encouraging all this political nonsense that is at play now, right?
Yeah.
Because I see even the Prime Minister responded saying, listen, they're publicity farming to provoke the police,
Yeah.
right? Now,
Yeah, but they can't do anything about it. That's the problem. There's nothing you can do about
you
it.
cannot reverse
The most you
anything.
can do is raise funds for when,
Well, let me
when
see
they
all
come.
who want to
all who want to,
all who want to contribute.
yes, all they contribute all their money,
All who saying, well, look,
and let her get a good lawyer.
I think this is a just cause.
And go to the
I could
court.
put $10, or I could put $100, or I could put $20.
And at the ending of it all, you will
Right.
get to see here what's going on. Is either the police will be found wanting, or the occupants of that car or
That's
the
right.
occupant of that car will be found wanting.
And that is where the chips will lie.
That is as plain as I could put it, and the plain as I could see it.
Right.
That is all is going to happen. This set of masquerading and running around town and trying to get arrested, and all them thing is
Waste
foolishness.
of time.
It's foolishness at best.
So I tell you what, we got to
No,
go.
don't get me wrong. I'm not against your fundamental rights as citizens.
Oh, yeah,
I am
yeah.
not against that at
We're
all.
we're not saying do not, like I said at the start, right? I said the young lady has some very
Yeah, very good.
Valuable
points.
points. But your points are being missed in the theater
Yeah.
of what is going on. And that is where senior, I'm going to term them like this, right? Senior protesters.
Yeah.
Like the David Abdullahs and them who was in it, right? This is where they're supposed to say, look, because the elders had to teach the young people, right?
Right.
Obviously, the young lady has an energy and a passion.
She is
and
excellent.
A voice.
She's excellent.
Excellent at what she does.
A very good orator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could identify that she has this in her, We know that a lot of things go wrong in Trinidad and Tobago that need people like that
Right.
with
To-
a
to
voice
ag- to
who's
agitate.
willing to agitate.
Right.
Oh God, guide the girl now. Guide these young people. At the end of the day, all these young people, I don't know how much all of them might listen to us right now, but what better opportunity does one have to prove their innocence
Done via the court.
than via the court? Your defense will have the opportunity to cross-examine the TTPS witness.
I see one measuring a hairdryer and putting it in she bra and showing but how she
Hey,
can
look,
and I
you
like
see me? You see
what
me?
is going
Well,
on in this
bacchanal
place?
in this place, yes. Listen, if you need data on the go, get a preloaded SIM card for as low as $40 available at any store where you see a digital sign on the outside. I hear dryer boy. Oh God. Spot the digital sign, get a new number, preloaded data and more. And you can win up to $750 weekly as well in cash. Digital customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter now for a chance to win cash weekly. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll take a few calls. All right, and get your thoughts. Stay with us. This is Off the Record.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours?
All right, people, so we're back on the inside, and we're going to get to the phone lines and take some calls here before we get to the 10 o'clock news at the top of the hour, and then we got the naughty corner.
What I have learned, right? Recently, I had a little issue that the GM where I work kind of thing has. We had a little toss-up in some things, right? And he said something to me that was very interesting. He said, let's not confuse the noise with what's going on around.
I keep saying.
Right? And focus on your purpose, basically. That's basically what he said to me.
Right.
So I'm never too old to learn. I always just hear certain things from the elders and I just listen to them.
Yeah.
And I went home and I was studying what he really saying and check the noise and whatever. But I still like the noise because of what we're dealing with. But
yeah,
generally, I am somebody that would critically take apart exactly what we're dealing with. I would take it apart and bring my point harder next time if needs be, right? Because I need to get my point across just as you'd like to get your point across. And in this situation, I am hearing too much noise. I am not a fan of the TTPS at all in terms of how they operate. At least some officers operate. I am not a fan of how they operate and how they engage certain things. I don't like how they engage this scenario, but I will leave that for another day. But I will say that the information coming out must, and the reason why I think like this is because I was an investigator and not a prosecutorial investigation, but I do inquisitional to find the root cause at the end of it and to put something in place so it doesn't happen again, kind of thing, right?
All right.
So, but it's along the same kind of line in terms of my training. So I look at it differently to how somebody else would look at it.
All right, so let's take a few. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I finally always sound like some good bush lawyer here. What will be presented before the court, you and I will never know. And to adjudicate in the public domain as to what may be the outcome of it may not really be relevant.
We don't know.
Right.
The young lady and the crowd that was there, forget David Abdullah. We know what we know about him.
Yeah,
The crowd that was there was asking for justice, and justice is being administered. There's a process and a system for that.
Right.
When it goes to court, then it will be determined whether causation or whatever term we want to put was there, and whether it was a collective thing of the police or whatever what transpired, whether it was whether somebody broke the law or whatever transpired, whether the police procedure was followed, that will come out in due course.
Right.
So all the noise that is making, as far as I'm concerned, is purely political. Now, all the explanation X given may sound nice to me, palatable, I like what he's saying, but that didn't stand up no way nobody caught.
Well,
in the court of law,
why would say that?
The end result
in the court of law, you ain't defending nobody, and you ain't prosecuting nobody.
Well, no,
so
I'm not doing that at all. But I'm just saying that the timeline that the police submitted, and you see that forensic report?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you a timeline. If they said she was firing a shot, she had a gun, all them kind of thing, right? The forensic report will tell you whether the gun that they found, the lands and grooves of the weapon, when they fire off a ballistic test, right? They would know whether it was that gun or somebody else's gun.
Somebody else's gun, yeah.
They would know.
All
they
that
would
you
know
saying
whether.
there, right? Is in the public domain. What will be presented before the court, you and I don't know.
There are aspects of it that we don't know.
There are aspects of it that will come up, and if the prosecution,
I would want to believe 90% of what you say. Right. And I would want to believe a lot of other things that people say, but what is presented before the court
the defense and law. That's why I said that they should be picking up money now
for the naughty corner. I got you on the naughty corner.
All right, cool. No problem. We taking that. We back broad.
Another issue. The investigative arm of the police should be an internal investigation. And that squad, from the time a crime is committed by the police or anybody, or whether it's defense or carrying out the job, should be done by the internal investigation of the police service, which we don't have. Mr. West and them public complaints for outside people, little small complaint here and then back and forth. But when we talk about a police officer who would have shot somebody or done something, they have to go also for counseling to understand whether they were in sound mind. And we need to do a lot of things, and we need to change a lot of things. And this is what we have to be advocating for police reform and for police to act accordingly and do their jobs as it's supposed to be done.
All right.
And stop entertaining and nonsense regarding. So I talk again too much. We got to talk again.
No problem, man. Cool.
Look, they're talking about going by the Forensic Science Center next to protest.
For what?
To protest what?
What? What that
We're
do?
going to change results?
Look, morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Morning,
Mr. X.
Yeah.
Now, I look at that situation, Stephan, you could not say it any better. All of them stand up there yesterday, right? I don't want to call names, but I passed yesterday. And I passed, and I saw people who standing there, and I was like, they couldn't tell this child, right? Sweetheart, where are you standing right now? You are validating. Oh, my God. Listen, we are in a state of emergency. We are in a SOE. And if people doesn't understand what that means, you'll need to read up on a SOE. Understand what this is, right? A lot of our democratic rights are taken away from us because we're in a state of emergency, right? You cannot. What's that?
No, you go ahead.
You cannot go in front of all the office to go in front of the DPP office. Everywhere for you to go. Everywhere for you to go. But you go in front of the DPP office. No, sweetheart, I understand your pain, but the people who are standing around you, who are more adults, and they know what she's doing, she can be in a lot of trouble.
They know better.
They should have said something. I tell you, I see faces there, and I said, these are big men. They know this, and they still have that young lady there. Stephan, you have a good morning, darling.
All right, same to you. All right, we going again. Let me see what Kunji's saying here. Yeah, Kunji, morning. Morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. X.
Morning
and good morning to you, Mr. Stephan. Mr. Stephan. I want to see you run that marathon this year. I want to see you engage yourself in that marathon this year.
I hear my brother.
Just being sarcastic. I support your view, Mr. X. I myself don't have confidence. I don't have confidence in the police service. I think I watched the arrest of Jason, and that was so wrong. That was somebody that walking away from the police with his wife. And because of the police supposed to be to de-escalate, they even follow him down. He hands in the air, they still lock him up for what? For somebody not cussing, not walking away from the scene of the crime, scene of the protest. That should have never happened. I feel they deal with feelings over there. The young girl that was arrested, if she was to be arrested, I believe everybody over there was to be arrested because she was standing up right over there. The police allow her, give her time to read, read everything. So they was engaging her.
Yes, but if you want to destabilize a protest, you most likely target the leader. To weaken the struggle, you target the leader.
But why target a peaceful protest?
That is tactics.
It is not de-escalation, Shishana. They're supposed to de-escalate.
De-escalate what? And SOE? We talking about? Have no
that SOE thing, don't bring the SOE thing and that, man. That's being controversial.
But that is
You're using the vocabulary over there.
That is the reality
and just now, the thing what the woman put in she brassiere, the hair dryer that the woman put in she brassiere, and showing how it fit. I see on videos. Women from Lavantil and the East-West corridor going in and grocery and put 19 tenagi. 19 tenagi in she underwear. 19 tenagi in she underwear. Where that fit? Thank you.
Talk about that. Where that fit?
Oh, God.
Talk about that.
Get in where you're 15. Morning.
Yeah, fellas, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I realize in this country, book sense and common sense don't mix enough.
Well, it is
somebody train up that young girl. Because here was saying, it have a video before the protest starts, when there are a few people around. There were some people speaking to the senior police officer, and he was telling them exactly where they need to stand up if they want to do the protest.
Well, I'm not into the semantics of the day and that kind of stuff. Because she has to do what she has to do.
No, listen to me. I have a video showing them where the police giving them, telling them where exactly they need to stand up. But they now decide to defy what the police tell them and come to create a bacchanal.
Why there are consequences for that? That's
Right.
what it is. It is what
No,
it
my
is.
thing too is when a young lady lock up, she ball and she wants a policeman to lock her up. Partner, a male police officer can lock you up.
Well, a lot of women like apparent. A lot of people like they don't know that, you know.
But you know, a male officer could search a woman, right? Under special circumstances. He could use the back of his hand, or he could get a female member of the public to come and search him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that is in law. But the thing about it is that young girl taking train up and what is half dead cockroach doing there,
that is-
Abdullah? He looking like they tell those are fly spray and he know where you want to
That is
go.
in law where? Where is that in law?
The police service regulations.
No, that's not in law.
Check the police service regulations. I asking you, I'm telling you.
That is not in law.
A police officer could, because I'll tell you something. Some years ago, a woman get held in St. Joseph. And the woman had 22 in the arrest, you know.
Well,
In the Ras?
Well, that could happen. That
In
is a-
Shiraz?
That's a regular. I tell a man,
Yeah,
declare.
I
as he come- I tell the man declare when he come in from visit, and when I play, he pop his hand. He have a big ras. He have a cartoon of cigarette in the ras, and 10 cigarette behind the fingers.
Nah, man, don't do that, man. Don't do that. A carton of cigarettes in your ass?
And the man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cigarette behind each one of his fingers. And he hand up in the air.
Boy. Morning.
Just for you guys to know, I have a bald head, okay?
All right, no problem. Go ahead.
Yes.
I've been hearing that you've been saying that the people should wait on the court and all of that, right?
Well, yeah.
Mr. X,
What
could you tell me when we are going to hear about Dana Sitahal trial? Will it be after China plants a forest on the dark side of the moon?
I look like a clairvoyant, dog.
Well, good. My main point now. This is a disturbance in the society. It's a disturbance in the body politic, which the CEO of the country cannot ignore.
There's Eric Obata. There's Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
He cannot ignore because of the fact that she has a tool in a constitutional kit.
Who's
and that tool is called a commission of inquiry. And I will tell you why I say a commission of inquiry.
This is related to which
matter?
Which matter?
The Justice Samaru matter. That's what I'm talking about.
A commission
That's
of
what you are talking about.
A commission of inquiry where? We're talking about
a commission of inquiry into the entire event in relation to Joshua Samaru losing his life.
Well, that can't be established yet because there's a court
Why
case
cannot
pending.
be established?
Because there's a court case
There's
pending.
no law that say that before this.
There is a court case pending, and based on the outcome.
Law, I will challenge you. There is no law that says that because a court case is pending, there cannot be a commission of inquiry.
Why they have to have a commission of inquiry?
Then they have an investigation and charge people in relation to the people who died in the pipe while there was a commission of inquiry going on. And those people stay before the court.
Yes, but why they have to have a commission of inquiry? Why?
Because there is too much conflicting information in the atmosphere.
Conflicting information where? Where there's conflicting narratives being sold like people like you. But other people like you.
I was there.
You're a PNM operative.
Anything you hear me say is what I read in the media.
You are a PNM operative.
All right, but hold on.
Regardless.
We know. All right, hold on. Eric, hold on. Eric, 1 second, right? 1 second. We have about a minute to the news. So I just checked it, right? So just for education purposes, yes, a commission of inquiry can take place before court hearing. Commissions of inquiries are independent fact-finding bodies that operate independently of the court system. They frequently investigate matters of public importance and release their findings before any related civil or criminal litigation goes to trial.
You don't need a DPP if you have that.
Right, let me say one thing before.
You don't need to have a DPP if you have that.
But it could happen.
Hear what the release came up from the CTP said. An officer opened the side door, the driver passenger side. A Glock fell out and he took it and stuck it in his vest. A police officer did that. I thought you're supposed to be bargaining and tapping.
All right. Yeah. All these things are in the public domain, but I am saying, okay, do you have confidence in the DPP, number one?
I have confidence in the DPP.
Right, full stop, right? Do you have...
you have confidence in the courts?
In the courts. in the court system.
The court could only adjudicate on what is put before them.
Right, okay.
Right.
All right, right? Do you feel that the DPP is a madman or a loose cannon? Or has he ever demonstrated that he's a loose cannon or a guy that just doesn't make good decisions?
The constitution of the authority of the DPP rests with whatever the police bring to him. He cannot tell them what to bring to him.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
What they bring to him,
Hold
he
on.
has
Hold
to
on.
Okay, agreed.
Right? What the
Go ahead,
police
Rex.
brings to him, right? And he will make a decisions based on the forensic evidence that comes out from the forensic center. Fair?
He'll make a decision based on all the evidence brought to him.
No. He
He
will get a timeline based on the police investigation, right? That will be presented to him, right? This is what they found, this is what happened, who put gun where they find the gun, wherever, right? But in order to establish the timeline, the forensic evidence will have to come into play. Fair? Fair, yes.
Evidence is evidence.
Fair, yes or
Evidence
no?
is a matter of
Oh
evidence.
God, answer the
Okay,
question, man.
But I think
Stop playing dunce,
all right.
man. I don't do me them thing,
No,
man.
we had to get
You're a
to
bright
the,
guy, you're not a stupid guy.
All right, okay, Stephan, I'll get you next hour, okay?
All right, we had to get to the 10 o'clock. But no problem. Fair discussion. I like that discussion. I like where you're going with it. All right, I thought he was going to ask him when he mentioned that the DPP will act on whatever evidence is provided to him. Okay.
Based on the police report.
Based on what the police bring
But
him.
the forensic
However,
report.
Okay, but what he is saying is all of that forms part of the evidence.
Right.
That is what he is saying.
And you would believe that anything that the police say in their investigative timeline
Right.
has to match the forensic. Because
Right,
if they say they found a gun and the gun shoot off certain bullets and she is found to be that there is gunshot residue at the rear of the seat and so on, it may be circumstantial because they can't prove if the gunshot residue, but it would come from the same gun, not so? So that one all would have to tie in with the forensic evidence.
All right, but if he has confidence in the DPP, because we got to get to the break. If he has confidence in the DPP and he has confidence in the court, then if the evidence is lacking,
they will find out. We will find out.
It is up to the defense now
to put forward a proper defense.
To punch the loopholes in the story, the witness account, and the evidence that is put before the court. And the courts will decide. So once we have confidence in the court will decide. We're going to take the break, and when we come back, we'll get into the naughty corner, the wholesome strain.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death before conducting repairs close to
This morning, 6224911. Whomever you have in your naughty corner this morning, feel free to call in and put them there and deliver your blows. All right, nice man. All right, and we will deliver them for you. So a lot of naughtiness has been taking place, and we're gonna deal with that. Okay? Oh gosh. Hello, good morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Hi, good morning. My name is Khaleesi. I'm calling from Neolink. Am I speaking with Angelina Pierre?
Who? No. Wrong number. Wrong number. Right now, you're live on a radio station. So wrong number. All right. Yeah, we go again. Hello, good morning. Oh God. Morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Yeah, morning. Protesters, we're protesting.
We go get them a little clout. No problem.
Nah.
Morning.
I wouldn't get him some blows. I wouldn't get him
some blows either, but the man say get him some blows. Yeah, morning.
I would like to put the PNM Alderman for Separia Borough Corporation, Mr. Roberts. Because he believes the penny put in there. Have a blessed morning.
Yeah, man, no problem. Hello, good morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes, I want to put Eric Esdell. Trying to distort the facts on the radio.
Oh, God. No, I don't think he did, But Eric. He's saying Eric tried to distort the facts on the radio.
Same Eric, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I don't facts, but I put him in the place.
No, but I don't think he necessarily distort facts.
No. All right. After we'll have a chat. I'll tell you how.
All right, okay.
All right, no problem. Man say game it, you game it. Morning! Oh God, sorry there. 6224911. Let me see. All right, we got a WhatsApp in on the same time. Morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning? Yes,
well, I'll put myself in the naughty corner. I need $2, but don't give me it yet. I have to.
Don't worry.
But, well, it's because, okay. It's because, on a serious note, but I missed it. During Obi and Kingsley, I called in and I was chanting like ex-constituents, from back in the 70s. We like it so we're free. But it ain't right. But anyway, hey, I want to say the woman who took the baby to a contentious protest like that. I saw a baby in arms.
A woman with a baby
right?
Out
there? Yeah.
Right.
So there need to be charges for child endangerment. There is no place for a baby. What a tear gas and so on happened. Shame on you, woman. Shame. And by the way, there was a fellow there. There was also a fellow there, right? Wearing a kifi or whatever the heck they call it. Like one of them pro-Palestinian people, their scarf. In hot Trinidad, he so want to get this minute of fame. He wearing that, a kifi or whatever they call it. A scarf in the hot sun. Anyway, later guy. So give me my 2 carpet. Sorry, X, and
no fright.
Take it easy.
Yeah, get the 2 carpet to one time. Here we go. Hello, good morning. Morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Good morning, Mr. X. Good morning, Mr. Stephan.
Yes, Granny.
Who the police lock up? The police didn't batter them. Them need somebody in the corner. Wicked self.
All right.
The police arrest.
All right. Nice, Granny. We're going again. Hello, good morning. Who's in the naughty corner?
Every single one of the PNM supporters, because they're fighting down their own black brother and sister going walking water.
All right, no problem.
Every single one of them need to go in the corner.
All right, cool. Let's see. Oh, Lord, Father. Hello, good morning. Oh, gosh, I missed that one. I'm going to take one over here. That's all. Hello, good morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, morning, man.
I put in the police in the naughty corner for giving the same energy to the next protest in Saparia. And I put in you two gentlemen in the naughty corner also for not looking for the case that describes how long causation lasts or when it actually ends. Because came out, causation is how many? 1 shot, 10 shots, 19 shots, 100 shots, 1,000 shots, and then a grenade?
No, it don't work like that.
Exactly. So look for the case that describes the duration of causation and when it actually ends, and come back to the table.
You know we read out a case, right?
I know, but it specifically has a case that describes and talks about when that claim of causation expires, right? Because you can't tell me it's 1,000 shots and a grenade, and you're telling me it's causation still, not so?
Well, I mean, X has the information on that there, in detail.
So tell him look for the case.
All right, no problem. But I don't think that's a point, but nevertheless. All right, 622. He said what is the length of causation?
Length of causation?
He said I don't know what you're talking about.
Causation of what?
No, if the charge is causation.
Well, you'll get a real lawyer.
If the length
next
is
hour, we'll get a real lawyer.
Right.
To explain all these terms that we're hearing, because we are only bush lawyers.
Right.
Right? So we could only.
He's saying, he's asking if causation is 1 shot, 10 shot, wherever. I don't think he has a point there, but nevertheless. Hello, good morning.
Gentlemen, good morning. In my naughty corner this morning,
yes,
I want to put, firstly, the square pegs in wrong holes. Secondly, the people who are
but who is the square pegs in wrong
holes for political satisfaction.
But who is the square pegs in wrong holes?
Last government or whoever.
Where are the square? Who is the square pegs and round holes?
Well, I am referring to some of the appointments, political appointments in the main, People they are work because they belong to a political party, they are activists and there's this and there's that, but they don't even have the qualification. Wherever they exist.
How you know they don't have the qualifications? Just for curiosity.
I'm not referring to this specific thing. I know people who work in the public service. When my father is this and my mother is this.
All right. I hear you. I hear you. All right, no problem. Yeah, man. Hello, good morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Hello?
Yes, morning.
Yeah, I'm Stephan and Mr X.
Yes.
The saying is that a parent ought to teach a child mannerism, right?
Yes.
And how to carry on herself in public.
Yes.
Right? Whether it's a protest or not. So this morning, I don't know her name, but I wanted to crack some good bull pistol on the mother of the very vocal and uncompromising leader of that group. I don't know her name. I wanted to put some good bull pistol on she for not bringing up her daughter properly.
I will hold on. All right, cool, no problem. I will not share too.
Yeah, but
I will share too, but
but
I don't know where you're going with that, because
she has a right to express herself.
She has a right to express herself.
And I don't see anything. And I don't see a parent encouraging anything wrong with that, because it's freedom of expression.
You don't want to teach your children to be silent.
You don't want to teach your children to be silent and to tolerate injustice and all
and
these
things
issues.
like that. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But nevertheless,
we'll talk about that after.
Yeah, morning.
Stephan, you see the caller who called before this caller? We need to put in the dustbin. Because he's over naughty. He wants to put who get taken on board for appointment in naughty corner. He need to go in the dustbin.
No, well, he said when all them people who disappoint their son and their daughter and their family and take the position when they're in government, he put them in the naughty corner. That's what he say. And activists and whoever. We want shit! Nice. Yeah, morning. Well, I know I wild it. I kind of wild it. Lord of mercy. Morning.
Good morning again to you, Stephan, Ron.
Yes, man.
And Mr. X.
We go take
I want to give Mohan, Passada, and the chat about 10 of that whipper for giving the public wrong information. Wall Street never put me out of the program. I walk out on the program. So give him about 6 for lying. Right, partner? Wall Street never run me from the program. Yeah, I walk out on the program. Thank you.
Nice, man. Yeah, let him get right. Don't do that. Don't do Kunji that. 6224911. This is the naughty corner. We want to know who's in the naughty corner this morning. I have 2 for the naughty corner. I have 2. You see the policeman that kissed his colleague on the lips without her consent. Oh gosh, boy. Take licks of that. You understand? $200,000 bail man guy, you know. How you gonna kiss your woman on she lips just so, boy? What kind of thirsty man thing is that, boy? Morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
I want to put David Abdullah. I don't know why you don't go and join the clergy like your father. He always giving some advice, but he always supporting communist countries. So, get here what for?
All right. Yeah, you get your share. Morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
The woman who playing wrong and strong with her husband with the video.
Oh, in Arima by the Tech office?
Right.
Yeah, let she take something for that because I'm not going to talk about that just now because I had the police to put in the naughty corner for that. Morning.
Hi, morning, Stephan.
Yes,
I want
morning.
to the lady who when the police tell her to stop and she take off with the car.
Yes.
I want to put any corner after who is supposed to be there. I think somebody else from the opposition was there. What are they doing there? For someone.
I don't know who from the. I don't think anybody from the opposition was there, no. But I don't know.
You know the Garcia. I think I saw him in there.
Oh, yeah.
The Garcia fella, yeah, he was there. They put him on the side. If you say what you begin in the yeah. If you watch the beginning of the video, we'll see when they push him on the side. And Abdullah was there, and all of them.
Oh, you're talking about the protests, right?
Yeah, give them something.
All right, no problem.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, darling, no problem. Something. A comment to that situation by T and Tech with the husband and the wife and the police, eh? Morning.
Morning.
Yes,
let the intelligence stay intelligent and are holding up plane for questioning. Put that man in the naughty corner.
Yes, no problem. We're going again. Morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Morning. All the citizens who is not obeying the SOE and giving the police a hard time.
Yes, put them there. Such a miserable people we living with, you know. I'm telling you, just like to get trouble, you know. Troublemakers and lawbreakers. Morning.
Morning. You ain't gonna take no chance to put you in a naughty corner, though. Else you lost your work.
Who? What who?
Alexander, let the intelligence stay intelligent and hold that plane for questioning.
But he got it just now, so he don't get it again? I don't understand that. Oh, I go lost my work. Look now, boy. Morning, you take something for that.
Morning. First time caller.
Yeah, first time caller. Go ahead.
Again, where you was standing management. No water for 2 weeks.
No water for 2 weeks? What area?
Coleman area.
Coleman area. I know.
No water and baby. You can take a good shower.
This is in rain. This is in Komoto.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
in Komoto. No problem. Right. No water in Komoto for 2 weeks, X. What we going to do about that? Morning.
Morning again, Stephan. That man who God bless no man curse. Nobody can get a share from the program. So you some stick in your head too.
Yeah. No problem. Then take something for that, yeah. But I don't want to. I can't put this one in. You know, anybody could go in the naughty corner.
Good day.
Morning.
The man saying he ain't no water. Okay, Matara and Mr. Miss. Think he's quite good.
X, you have to laugh.
Boy, I just so fed up with these stupid narratives that's going around the place.
I like that. The man get no water, then easily pipe good. Morning, it's good for it.
I want to put Shiguana's police officer that was outside like a security guard, and all I did was ask for directions to the fingerprinting office, and he started interrogating me. No. He was talking to a pretty woman, and he trying to impress the woman how powerful he was.
Oh, God.
You know, denigrating another woman and bullying another woman who comes for simple direction. And all the corrupt police officers get to be locked up and beaten up.
Yes, let him take something for that. All right, we can squeeze one more, just one more, and then we have to move on. because I want to get to the play withdrawal. We got to get to the play withdrawal, and then we're going to call attorney Kyle Taklal Singh, who is our legal advisor. So we're going to find out on all our terms, all we want to find out terminology. But when we explain it, don't say it didn't hear it, because if it's important, you should pay attention.
Yes.
But in the naughty corner this morning, as we wrap it up in the naughty corner this morning, the WPC, whose firearm went off during the traffic interaction with the couple in Arima by Tiantec, she had to get something this morning. I hear only put the wife and the husband in the naughty corner, but
all I noticed there was a
the
camera,
wife,
right?
yes. And it was her body camera.
You noticed what her body, but
Yes!
used by Tiantec security.
Yes! Tiantec security.
Just saying.
But the police and them, the wife too, the man wife who was the driver of the vehicle.
She should get jail, sure.
All you had to do was comply.
Yeah.
They tell you move the vehicle, move the vehicle.
You wait till 5 minutes after then they start the vehicle and look at the move.
And look at the move, and the police and them stand up right there.
And they're telling you move all the time.
You understand? You contesting with them. If the police, a lot of these
and
incidents.
pulling back door, knock and that thing, she real all the time, anyway.
And then the man now, your husband come and get locked up.
Yeah.
But again, the police are blow for locking up the man. And I go tell you why.
Don't be cussing.
No. They're wrong. They're wrong.
Don't be cussing.
You know why? If I am in a situation like that, right? And my wife in the car.
Right.
And we trying to sort out some of the police and a shot go off.
Right.
A police officer's firearm is discharged.
Right.
I must get vexed and cuss. It's an emotional response. What you want me to do? Say the Our Father and a Hail Mary? I must cuss. I must say what you understand? Because the bullet could have hit my wife. It could have hit me.
Could have ricocheted
It
off
could have
something.
hit. It could have hit some little child passing in the road or somewhere. You understand? And then the female police officer now.
Fair enough.
Yes, but you must cuss. It's an automatic response. And instead of you putting handcuff on the man, you could have just carry the man to the side and calm him down. You didn't have to carry him down. For him to do what? Go and pay $200 in the station and then walk out? Look, come on, all the wasting people time with that.
Focus it. But you normally get it through, right? You get resisted arrest, you get
yes.
and you get,
but my thing is, he didn't say F the police.
Right.
The shot went off and he said, Woody.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like he cussed you. He cussed because a shot went off. One action does lead to another action. Or reaction.
Is it a gap in the trading college?
A gap end? But
is it a gap in the trading college?
But X, that gap.
Because
that gap there for everybody to see.
Yeah, but
because you see why the shot went off.
No, I didn't see because there wasn't the right hand side.
First off, she had no right to remove her firearm from the holster.
What she remove it for?
She removed the firearm from the holster and then she was trying to put it back.
Was she moving?
And then the shot went off.
So was she moving gun for?
I don't know, in a traffic stop.
Teacher, don't remove your gun unless you intend to use it.
And to the man will say why a little go up in them areas and guns so.
But she was in the wrong place.
She was in the wrong place. But to the man will tell the police why they don't go in them troubled areas and guns so.
And how she handed up in the
like
trigger
traffic
guard?
police breads.
And how she handed up in the trigger guard?
Well, exactly because apparently she don't have the proper training.
Because if you take out your firearm and you put it back, your hand not supposed to be in the trigger guard.
Exactly. I tell you, she fidgeting so like she panicking, and then when the police and them was walking off with the husband now, the two police if you listen to the audio, they're saying, boy, she again, boy, with this like she accustomed, like they accustomed with she and she being clumsy, boy. You didn't hear the audio to the end of the video?
Yeah, but
when
like,
the two police was walking off saying, boy, every day is something on this one. Yeah, I'm telling you.
She that regular?
Yeah, but like she's a regular.
She that serial imps?
Yeah.
she's a serial imps? Serial guns,
so the wife get it, the police get it.
No, but she should have get some good charges.
I ain't getting the husband none because the husband was signed up for the wife and he reacted to a situation that was very dangerous.
Yeah, but what about
fired.
if the camera didn't pick up those things?
What if the camera didn't pick up those things? But we wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Right.
You understand? But the next thing too, when the police approach the vehicle, the woman.
Yeah, but how the footage get? I had to find out how the footage get out though.
He tell me to park there.
With that?
What she told the female officer in the start, she said he told me to park here. Who is he? The T&Tech police? Because in front of T&Tech.
Right.
Because he moved the no parking sign, to allow she to park there. Apparently that's what she was saying.
Wait, I don't know parking sign in front there.
Yeah, it have to no parking signs there.
No cones?
No, the metal no parking, the blue no parking. Yeah.
We went there the other day. Move it the other day, so cause we went and do
but it have
site
it.
visit.
And she was saying he told me to park here. That's what she was telling the police.
Right.
But who is he?
Yeah, but
the T&Tech policeman?
Himself, the woman only asking you, please leave now. Oh God, there's something.
Oh God, just pull out the car and make a block now. Oh God. If this is the whole thing. If you comply, if people comply with the police, for instance.
So long as it is a lawful instructions, that is.
Right.
If it's an unlawful instruction, that is something different.
Right. If Samaru had comply and not go on take off and had the police run going on a chase,
it would not reach.
It would not reach to that.
Right.
If she had comply, all that bacchanal would not happen.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So most of the times, if the protesters had complied yesterday, we would not have that drama. People don't want to comply. And then when the police start to act your vex, just comply.
Everything overdoing is where the problem is coming in.
Because, you know why? People don't want to comply. Even when they get a ticket, they're confrontational with the police. Why? You know what I just do? I just take my ticket in my right hand. And if I feel that that ticket was unjustified, there is a process. I could challenge it. So I just have to file my challenge.
Just take my 3 and 4 years.
Well, I'm glad because I 3 or 4 years I don't want to pay it. Right? I go pay it down to the end.
I wonder what happens to that when it's time to renew your license.
Well,
if
actually,
you have 3 tickets, right? You can test all 3.
Right.
What happens when it's time to renew your license? Because you would have, let me say that $1,500 fine. So that $4,500 for 3 tickets, right?
Right.
That's on the books.
Right.
As you getting a ticket.
Well,
so it registered as you getting a ticket,
yeah,
right?
but you have a challenge.
The challenge now. What is done with that?
I don't think the ticket would apply until after the challenge. They can't apply something that hasn't been proven to be right or wrong yet. You are challenging it.
We had to get confirmation.
Well, we'll get confirmation on that, but I'm just saying, I don't think that. I think
would it add up? Would it come as X amount of tickets then basically to the court that to the licensing office, it will show up as having $4,500 in outstanding tickets,
right?
Which debars you from getting to do any transaction in the licensing office. So what does it say? Does it say you have $4,500, but next say it have court case initiated on the 3 of them?
We gotta find out. We'll ask Kyle.
Yeah.
He should be able to know. He should be able to know. We have him coming on, so we'll find out all those little things, right?
Yeah.
But listen, if you comply, Dread, all this drama wouldn't be necessary. And you have your day.
Well, everything.
You have your process and systems in place for you to.
Everything in life, as I say, right?
Object, man. Oh gosh.
Everything in life, I say, there's be problems because of overdoing it.
Yes.
Anytime you overdo something, it's when it ends up in problems. You ever check that?
Of course, yes.
Everything you overdo.
Yes.
You eat the wrong thing and you're eating too much of something.
It have consequences for that, yeah.
You're driving like an idiot, you overdo, you have a consequence
for that, yeah.
Everything you overdo is where the problem is coming. So moderation may be the time of the day.
That's right. So we got NLCB Playway 10:30 draw coming up now. Yeah. So we're gonna get to that right now. Good luck, people. We will be back with Kyle Taklal Singh after this.
No, we had to go a little lower than down because here in court.
All right, no problem.
Advised by independent auditors KPMG and presided over by the National Lotteries Control Board.
Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
But them is the two most miserable spirit for women I ever see it for two women, you know. The two most miserable spirit. You could watch it. I would have been going in the bar every evening. I'd get drunk before I go home, you know. I tell you, you know. Them husband, watch it, all they deserve, watch it. Mr. Lower and Mr. Walker, all they deserve an award for the two
Walker,
No, wait, Marsha Riley Walker.
No,
Walker, she last.
It's Walker, she last, but he did Mr.
Walker,
Walker.
yeah.
Mr. Walker.
Mr. Walker and Mr. Lower. All you have two of the most miserable women talk. And watch it. And if you see they're talking so on topics like this, you know the miserable woman.
You know why? You see why drugs and alcohol will always be a thing, right? No, you see why,
yeah.
right?
Only are the most, only deserve. At the end of the year, I gain only award, boy.
You see why men will always dedicate hours. Hours by the bar. You see why?
You can imagine you going home to meet them kind of spirit.
You think
every day, so?
You think
nah, boy.
You think the vast majority of men go to a bar to watch sports and just take a drink? No,
I gonna drink till I fall off the stool. Why? You feel like going through that?
Most of those men.
I gonna drink till I piss erratically drunk and then go home.
That's right. Most of those men just can't. They can't go home sober to take that, boy.
All that ninging is I'm watching. And if the ninging about this, you could imagine other issue. Pick up your jaws and then leave the toilet seat up. And mow the lawn. And all kind of dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Them coming out
and
here firing.
Wears and all kind of thing. And oh gosh.
Can you imagine hearing that in your head every day, so?
No. Gosh, X.
And he make a child recently, so you know what happened. So make it even worse.
X, you know what men you just you know what men you just connect with there?
God,
it's real men, you know.
Could you imagine that kind of spirit in your house, boy? God.
But I telling you.
Oh God.
This is
why that thought.
Most men don't go home straight from
like
work, you
all
know.
All that talk.
You ever realize that? Most men, Monday to Friday, they don't go home straight from work, you know.
Why some they're
going
to a bar and get pissed erratically drunk.
Yeah, they gotta go somewhere. They don't want to go home. It's 2 month hours. It's 2 month hours without nagging.
Yeah, boy. 2 months without that spirit in the house, boy. Nah, boy. Nah. I could not take that, boy. I'm a bit different. Them man and them deserve an award. At the end of the year, I gonna get Mr. Lower
I feel like
and Mr. Walker. Them going and get an award for tolerating the most. That was again tolerating the most, yeah.
But
can you imagine that spirit in the house?
It could work out on positive way, you know.
What?
But that could be the defense or the security mechanism for home invasion, you know.
They were real different. They're always on TikTok. They're always on Facebook. Just ninging whole day.
So when them
whole day, so.
Yeah,
I don't know. And she talking about she part of some big company. And this one talking about she's like
when they get chance to work.
Why them husband and them supposed to get an award?
But let me tell you something.
At the end of the year, I gain only award.
I tell man, you supposed like every other day, right? On TikTok. On issues, right? Every other day. Since I started on radio. Because now I'm going 6 to 8, 9 to 12, right? And then I have my afternoon commitments. Which I always had. But you see, after I finish 6 to 8, I used to have nothing on sometimes in the morning, or I had a free-ish morning. Right? And that's where I used to find the time to post my little 5-minute videos and thing. Right? No, I can't do that because
you can imagine Ramble's have a girl. You have a girl too?
What girl he could have? He could have any girl?
He might be in his sleep. That's posting video in his sleep.
How we go about girl?
All the real sad, boy.
How we go about girl?
All the real different, boy.
He's in Naga.
Different. Huh?
He's in Naga.
Well, I had to be, boy.
In his situation, he would be the Naga.
Well, real different, boy. I just had to go home and unwind and get the politics out of my head, drink a little something, rock, and all of this on Facebook.
You can imagine he coming home?
Talking.
You can imagine he come home?
Boy.
Well, I come home, and as you know, I was opening the front door. The whole house in a mess. Nothing sweep up. The floor one mopping. I
like
go in the kitchen, the dishes in the sink.
Daniela Bremner.
And he just had to ramble off.
You ever see Daniela Bremner on Facebook?
No.
She be talking about she husband and thing and all the ways. He leave the pot. She's used a lot of experiences and thing now. And he talking about, she tell him the night before, put the thing in the pot. Put his food in the stove. He going home. She going to work next morning. He going to work next morning. When they come back, she looking for the food. The food in a pot in the fridge. In a whole pot. He scrape all the food in a bowl and she set a gear and set a cost.
Oh God.
Boy, all are real different, boy. All your energy, boy.
Brother man,
all you have energy. Yeah? Wow. If they put that energy into making money, they would make real money.
Yeah. But let me just remind you about Trinity Lighting before we get to some phone calls. We're gonna open the phone and take some calls. Oh God, but if you're ready to brighten your space the right way, don't settle for ordinary. Step into brilliance. At Trinity Lighting, ETC Limited, they bring you over 20 years of experience in bulbs, specialty lighting, and hard-to-find lighting parts. If you're not sure what you need, their knowledgeable staff will assist you. They're ready to guide you, whether it's for your home, medical, commercial, marine, or business. And they deliver quality that you can trust at prices you love. Buy 4 60-watt E27 LED bulbs and get 2 free. Purchase 3 100-watt and watt LED bulbs and get 1 free. And that's a $112.50, $112.50, or 2 4-feet LED tubes for only $112.50 and much more. Visit them today at 123 Western Main Road, St. James, Port of Spain. You could call 628-8373 or WhatsApp 461-8620 or email trinityetc@yahoo.com. Trinity Lighting ETC Limited, where they light up your life, man. All right, yeah, man. No, I agree with you.
No, we mean knocking them, but I'm just saying that I cannot live in no house with no woman, so boy. Me, sir, what say? I can say go up and get the fact that I don't say that on here. I can.
I not tolerant.
Much as to make a baby with you.
I not tolerant for that.
Much as to make a baby with you. I just catching a good.
I not tolerant. I not tolerant for that.
Me won't bother.
I ain't lying, eh? I ain't lying. I can't listen past 30 seconds.
But I just be listening, and I'll be listening to them, and I like
their videos.
What is going on with all your boy? All this
voice, I don't know what it is. But
and I try to understand, well, where's the end game? What are they really fighting for? All they fighting for good governance, all right, fine. Maybe you may get it. But under the current system, when you look at the current system, in fact, I'm not say that either.
No, but if
I'm not say that.
No, but let me make a
I'll get myself in trouble, so I don't want to say
that.
Take a call. I don't want to say that.
Hello, morning.
Morning, fella.
Yeah, what's going on?
You know, yesterday, when I see that video with that woman in that van, the first thing come to my mind is if the husband setting up this woman for she to get shoot or some kind of thing. But, you know, like that man frustrated and he decide, let she talk and let the police them pass it on she, and that go end the worry. You know?
Now she young. She very young, you know. She about like 21 or 22.
I'm telling you, the first thing come to mind. That's about the police.
What do you want?
That one. The woman in the van by tea and take that we talking about.
Where's it?
Yeah.
Where's it? She what?
He said the husband was his
when the police come to arrest she, I mean to give her the ticket,
right.
And she just had to carry on. I take a glimpse of the husband, and you could see her impression in the husband's face. Look up that so-and-so now, Paul. Kept she down for a week or something now, you know? But you know, you have to make it look like he's a concerned husband. You see how easy he walk away?
Oh, God.
You know, you see how easy he boil on and walk away and leave them and the shot bust. He say, all right, he worries done. That man under real pressure, boy. I'm telling you.
Let
me tell you something. At time, I had a short, I tried something now. I tried to have a little relationship with a dumb girl. Boy, and, well, she doing she sign language, eh? But it's only, I say, you see this? It's better take on a nagging woman who can understand than to be with a dumb woman that you're hearing you're seeing sign language and she's still only You know when they get the sign language, they have to make a noise too. Boy, and then they go mad. Man really had to take on, boy. Have a good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, man, already is, you know, boy. Lord, Father, I telling you.
Boy, them two women.
No, but
them two women in particular.
But that woman, yeah, but that woman in the van.
But don't talk for her about. Me know she have a big son, right? I know she have a big son at the university and thing. But you are all that time between your studies and thing. So you can't find a little man to go on a date with or something and do things differently.
Let me take a call. Eh? I know you're going to answer that. Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
All right. Everybody is basing their conversation on the video that they saw when the car crashed.
Everybody's what?
They're basing their suggestion on the video that they saw when the car crashed. It's Samaru. This is Samaru instance.
Oh, right.
Go ahead.
Now they are saying that the DPP is wrong to charge the woman. But the DPP saw the same video too. I
No,
saw
that's
the
true.
DPP saw that video.
That was submitted as evidence
Right,
too.
well, yeah, go
Right?
ahead. Yeah.
And the DPP will ask the same question we are asking outside. Why the police shoot? I'm sure the DPP asked that question.
Well, I am sure that the DPP is not a madman. That's what I am sure.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's what I
he has
want to
never
say.
demonstrated that he's a loose cannon either.
Yeah.
No,
But
well,
point taken, caller. We
And
understand where you're coming from.
whatever
what
the
is that
police.
leading to? Somebody is trying to cause a social unrest in this country.
Yeah, but they're trying to do that. But we're trying to break some sense.
Yeah.
We're trying to repair the ignorance here right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to repair the ignorance because they're not taking
we
lots
have
of things
to
into
repair that.
consideration.
Yeah,
Yes, somebody is behind that, causing to be a social. You know,
I don't know. I can't say that definitively, and I wouldn't say that at all. Because the young lady has a right to protest. She has a right to make she bacchanal. Where it is what it is, right? But at the end of the day, the police have to do what they have to do. Nice?
Right, but she was breaking the law.
Right. So it is what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's let that lie with the court and let's see how it goes. All right.
Yeah, but
All I know is that the police would come with an investigative timeline and lay it out for the DPP. This is what this is our finding.
Yeah, but what he is saying, right? What he's saying, he make a point that nobody else really mentioned.
What that?
The same video that everybody saw, that they
Right.
formulated their
Well, he
opinion
saw.
on.
Well, he.
The DPP
Well,
would have
well
seen
it
that
must
too.
be made up.
So,
It
you know.
must be made up of
Yeah.
the timeline, the latter part of it, with the car
Right.
crashing and all of that would be in the timeline.
Well, correct.
Right?
Missed that one, yeah.
But when they lay it out, they lay it out on the evidence pieces, right?
Yeah. I think we done. Listen, caller, we done.
But to corroborate that, forensic has to come in and give their pieces based on that timeline that the police would have given.
Right.
And the
Well, I
man is
think-
not a madman.
I think, look, we need to move past that and just wait for the court to deal with the matter. Morning.
Now they're going by the front by the forensic and protest now.
To do what?
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen.
Well, they get the same problem, I guess. I
Court
don't
should
know.
run out.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. I just want to find out from you, if that car didn't crash in the ditch, do you think they would have stopped and or they would continue driving and going where they had to go?
We don't know. We don't know what's happening with that. We can't speculate and we don't know.
But that's it. You can't understand. So everybody's guessing and guessing, but we have to wait for it. Then it goes to court and everything comes to the court, and then you will have a final determination.
Right, and then whoever found wanting will
That's
be found
right.
wanting.
Whoever found it.
Right, it's as simple as that.
I had a cousin used to tell me, I'm spell woman for him, so I used to say W-O-M-N. You see, you matter what? I know you spell woman what? I say, well, how? He said T-R-O-U-B-L-E.
I call that. He said, you have a partner. He tell him,
spell woman.
The partner tell him spell woman, so he said W-O-M-A-N.
Yeah.
And the partner said, no, you don't spell it, so it's T-R-O-U-B-L-E.
Come down, man.
No, but
Dry
that
light
woman,
chips, man.
The woman in the car.
Which
in,
one?
In front of the deck.
Yeah.
You could imagine if she confronted the police like that.
Man, Bacchanal, she must be
husband
straight
can
up.
argue with she, you know.
He must be glad that shot fire. He glad that shot fire. You can't tap. You can only get tap. You talk about he cussing for the shot.
He had to look like
he glad.
He had to look like he ain't glad, eh? But when he reached out in the corner by the police ball, I good.
Only get tap and then get them in house. You can imagine Marsha Walker and Susan Lower in our house.
Oh God!
You can imagine two of them in our house. Good boy.
Morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Actually, you say there, why you man can't open like someone say, you will tell us something, eh? What I know, eh? You know, there are some people, when they look at them, some men, you know they're naturally alcoholic, right?
Right.
You see them, then you don't know it's them then. Years ago, I worked in the steel industry then, steel structures and things then. And I had this man, every day this man drinking rum. Every single day before he go when he done work. Every single day for years. A good worker, the man working good, eh? The man know he worked at tea, but just that the man is just like he rum, eh? And the man will go home late in the night after work.
They don't like the rum gesso. They don't like the rum gesso. And I'm monster to go up to me. And I'm monster to go up to me. That'll be numb when they reach you. They do what I want, sir.
I remember going late every night and things like every night. He get the food come work and every day, you know. But he get all that.
I given Mr. Lower and Mr. Walker an award at the end of the year.
So you know, the man stopped now. The man stopped drinking alcohol. Eh? You don't hear any wife fall out?
But of course.
Because why don't she find the man change? How he moving so? He tell himself, I'm going to take out somebody alcohol and thing then. She find the man change, but he tell her said he go change now, so she go change, you understand?
All right.
She get vexed over something wrong. How the man, you understand? So really and truly then, men just go home late because sometimes they why they have, because men just stay quiet, men just stay and stay quiet. And they just do their thing then. They doesn't go out and talk like women, you know, and young then. They just do their thing.
It's like raw talk. Raw talk
Yeah.
husband. He is what I want to.
Oh, God, Lord.
Yeah, all right, caller. Like total Down syndrome.
Yeah, boy, you know.
Like total Down syndrome.
Boy.
You see how he just move?
Kill me there, boy. Morning.
This is not a He-Man show. A lot of women listen, and I just don't like the direction that's going.
You
Not
don't like
all
the-
men
Well,
who don't have
you don't have to
upset
listen.
wife, eh?
You don't have to listen.
I
You
listen,
don't have
man.
to-
I just...
You can listen to another show. You don't have to listen to this one.
No. Well, lots of women listen to the show, and you gotta be fair to women who
Well,
listen to
being
the show.
fair to them, but a woman with an evil spirit in her house.
There's no evil spirit.
Nothing
That's
right.
spirit. We don't believe in spirit.
So
we
what
don't believe
do
in
you
that.
believe in? What do you believe in?
We believe in science and we believe in progress in the country. To make this conversation more lighter
Well,
and more
I'm just saying
above.
it-
Come
I
on,
just-
don't go down to
I
that
just-
drain now. You're making we in the gutter. You're putting women in the gutter and stop this nonsense.
Family, hold on, darling, hold on.
Nothing general I'm saying,
Hello, oh God, she gone, boy. The man mentioned two specific individuals, right? Two specific individuals
That's all.
that he talking
And it's not
about.
the scenario we're talking about.
But they should
anyhow.
not hang up because I wanted to find out from her.
No, she might be one too.
If, no. Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
But I'm saying. In the history of the world and of relationships, the woman has always been known to be the naga. No,
the antagonist.
It have some men like woman, eh? They just go on like girl, eh?
They will trouble the skirt like
And
woman.
they
Same way.
will trouble the skirt
Same
too.
way.
So, but I was waiting to find out if she know. I wanted a point of view on that, but she hung up and gone. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yes.
You could tell me if Gambina respond to the apology to the Warsaw worker.
No, I don't have any updates on that yet, but I will have one by tomorrow.
You sound like Wade Marks, though.
They gave them 48 hours.
Yeah, that's
Right?
7 days.
So
Yeah,
that
that's
yesterday and today. So by the end of today, I'll find out.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Yeah, man.
As you talk about that, the four students that got into where the youth man got kicked.
In Shogunas, yes.
He has a brain scarring. He has a damage to one of his eye. And they have held 2 suspects and 1 is on the run.
All right.
Thus far.
How one could be on the run?
Well, they say he on the run, but you know, they can't find him.
A schoolboy on
A
the
schoolboy,
run.
yeah, schoolboy on the run, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you hiding in the schools, in the locker?
Well, me know.
Were you hiding in the closet?
But they have held the
Under
2.
the bed?
And the man with the kick up is not from their school. It's from another school further down the road.
Right, yeah. Yeah, but it was different uniforms.
Youth man.
It was different uniforms.
Yeah.
But we have the 11 o'clock news coming up with Stanley Augustus. And just a easy tension. All right, just the easy tension there out there. Ladies, we love you, you know. Without you, we cannot multiply. All right, so we love you. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not sucking up. I'm telling you. I mean, sucking is for a different time and place. Sucking up. This is not the place to suck up. I'm telling you. But I'm just saying.
Wrong place.
I'm just saying. We respect you, and that is why X started the conversation with, "I do not denigrate women. Neither of us do."
I'm not
But
denigrating
he
women,
was
but
speaking
women
about
with a-
2 specific individuals.
Yeah, they're just talking
Yeah, boy, but if-
every day.
If you know who the 2 are, I challenge you to go and take them in and tell me how much you could take.
Yeah. God, if they're getting on so for political issues, could you imagine in a house? You leave the toilet seat up, you put the toilet paper wrong, you ain't wash the wares, you ain't mow the lawn, and I said that notice talk coming at you 100 miles an hour. Them are real belly boy.
That must be good erections and thing in the bed too, you know.
I tell you.
No, that's so.
Brush my numbers. Brush my numbers.
All right, so we got the 11 o'clock news with Stanley Augustus. Here it comes, people. We will return in the third hour. At some point in time in the third hour, we will get in contact with Attorney Kyle Taklal Singh, and look out for that. All right, we'll see what information we could get. But here's the 11 o'clock news.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories.
She said, no. She said, you are ex-trigger, lady boy. Lady, speak for yourself. I enjoy the show.
No, if that total feelings, what you want me to do? I can't run for that. I speak my mind.
Let me get Kyle on the line, please.
704-7366.
Let's get attorney Kyle Taklal Singh.
One of the
on the phone line.
The highest rated lawyers in the country.
Yes.
Whether I like that or not, his numbers speak for itself.
Yeah, boy.
90% win case, eh?
That's right. It's winners we want, you know.
Yeah, don't play.
It's winners. We want Al Rawi.
We don't win our case in life.
That man could lose our case, boy. Lord Father, yeah, I tell you.
Yeah, hello?
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
To you, Kyle. Good
How
morning
are you
to you.
Good morning.
You're
nice
live.
Good
morning. How are you?
You're live on
Talk City.
91.1 Talk City today.
Once again.
And we are bombarding you again because we need legal advice. Because I'm playing box lawyer for the longest while. So I need to get a real lawyer in the play. Right?
Oh gosh.
All right. So
right.
Regarding the DPP's decision, right? I was telling the audience that firstly the investigative arm or the investigative officers would compile the case based on a timeline and submit it to the DPP. This is what we have found. And he would go through it, make his notes, wherever, and say, well, we're going to go back, get our statement, this statement, and do it properly, wherever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, after that, the forensic report will come in to corroborate the timeline that the police gave, right? Is that fair enough to say?
Well, in some cases you have a forensic report.
Right. Well, in this one, it had one.
Okay.
Right.
So whatever case you're talking about, as I say, we should stay away from.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
but I'm just
right?
trying to get in the public domain what we hearing about. They ain't swab she and this, they ain't do this and they ain't do that and all that mad thing. So we just want to put it in. So the DPP is not a madman, and he would get his investigative line from the police. This is what I find, and the forensic will have to match that in terms of which gun they find.
Oh, you mean when you say forensic, you mean forensic evidence?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the forensic evidence will not be available at the time of charge in cases because you have to do, let's say, ballistic testing, but you would have preliminary stuff that might be available, such as the swabbing of the hands, and you would have other types of forensic evidence that would be available, but you mightn't get the forensic certificate.
Well, they say before
until sometime after.
Well, them said the day before they got it, right? So they
well,
presented it.
As I said, we don't know what. I think you should really do not comment on specific. I'm being gentle, right?
All right.
Don't comment on specific evidence in any specific matter. What I would say is that the general practice is the DPP will consider all evidence. They will get their statements. They will look at whatever forensic evidence is available at the time. Mr. Gaspard is a highly respected attorney, very, very bright. he would make the judgment call. He's a constitutional person to make that call.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that it's the right call, but it means that it's a call. I would have confidence that it's a call based on evidence. Right.
So not mad,
and then we go forward. Right. And so that's usually the process. But don't try not to comment too much on the specific matter. Right.
All right.
Okay. So we wanted to find out as well the term habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus, sorry. Yes.
Right. Yes.
Could you give us just the definition of that?
Habeas corpus literally means, it's Latin for bring the body or bring forward the body. That's an ancient writ. It is perhaps one of the first types of court action that was ever filed. If you are detained or your liberty is threatened, you can file an action in court called a habeas corpus or a writ, and you could ask a judge, and the judge will make an order for you to be produced, meaning that the body or the person who is being detained will come before the court, and those who are detaining him have to justify, detaining him or her, would have to justify why the detention, why firstly the person was detained, and secondly the length of the detention. There's a famous case in the Privy Council out of Trinidad, Chandrati Ramsingh, which says that the police must justify every hour of detention if the person is detained.
Okay, but could that justification come before an investigation is completed and evidence is gathered?
Yes. Usually the guide in ordinary circumstances, not under state of emergency, but under ordinary circumstances, is usually around 48 hours. That the police, if they have sufficient evidence, they can detain you up to about 24 to 48 hours to do the investigation. Usually after that time, lawyers become jittery, and then we start writing, and we say, listen, this detention is now excessive. We're going to go to court unless you release immediately or release within an hour or two or something like that at that point. So usually once the police have evidence to investigate, they would detain you. They usually detain up to 48 hours. That doesn't mean that 48 hours is justified. If you detain somebody for spitting on the sidewalk, as you say, and you have a witness to say that happened, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to detain somebody for 48 hours, but there may be more complex cases, such as where you have to do an ID parade and that sort of thing, where the person needs to be detained longer, and the police could justify that. But the outer limit is usually 48 hours, and then persons normally file a habeas corpus to say that the detention is now excessive. Release me.
Would it allow you to not take fingerprints on somebody?
You would usually take fingerprints after the charge. I believe that's
after the charge.
Yeah.
Or to swab somebody. What about
yes,
swabbing?
because before you have the right to silence and all those things. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Also, too, we were wondering if you have tickets, right? If you have, let's say, $4,500 in tickets, you have 3 tickets basically at $1,500 a pop.
Sorry, you're breaking up there. Yeah. You have 45.
You have $4,500 worth in tickets. We're talking about car issues here now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have challenged those 3 tickets basically,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a date, and the date is long in coming. Normally it'd be about 3 years or something. Most times, would it affect you carrying on any transaction when you're going to renew your license?
It should not, because it's not a conviction. I don't know of any regulation that says that the pending matter, because they used to have the point system. So if you had convictions before, the point system would kick in, right? But I don't think that affects anything at this point. Once it's pending, I don't know of any law that would affect you getting your license.
All right.
Right, because they're saying that a certain amount of money is being owed on tickets would not allow you to have
if you're challenged, then the money isn't owed. You've challenged.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pending. One caller called in to find out. Now, I don't even know if this is a logical or legitimate, but I'll ask the question on behalf of the caller. The offense of causation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they wanted to find out, does it have a time period or like is like in the situation of a gunshot or shooting? Is it 1 bullet, 2 bullet, 3 bullet, 4 bullet? I don't know, something to that effect they ask. If causation have any timeline or some kind of thing to it?
It's contextual. I mean, causation, it depends on the circumstances of the case, how long. Certainly, if there is a large amount of time or a lengthy period between Act A and Act B, then that could break the chain of causation. So that so it depends on the circumstances, but usually it's not. Usually causation is established by successive events, one after the other.
One after the other, okay.
Yeah.
And I think we also wanted to ask, in terms of permission to now, just correct me if I'm wrong. I said yesterday, but I wasn't taking into consideration beyond a state of emergency. It kind of slipped my mind. But I said yesterday, if you want to protest, like to just come and stand up on the road with your placard and thing and protest.
Yes.
You don't need police permission for that. That police permission is needed, like if you want to march.
Yeah,
and you
the
have
procession.
traffic.
If there's a procession or something on march, yeah.
Because that requires traffic management.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the procession and a church service, eh? On a church
And a
march.
protest, yeah. So if you just
right.
stand up with that sign, there's nothing, yeah. But if you're marching and you're organizing a march or a motorcade or something like that, you need permission.
Right. Now, under a SOE, how does that rule apply?
The police have a broader discretion to determine whether there's a public risk. I forget the exact wording now, but whether there's a public or threat to public safety because of certain actions. So that now they have that kind of, I suppose, rolling discretion. So if they determine that there's some sort of risk or whatever, well, then they could give you directions to move on. Right? But it would have to be justified. It can't just be that the police come and don't like the protest and say, I want to move you. But certainly, under the state of emergency, they do have more powers to break up protests and that kind of thing. Right?
Okay, and in terms of a DPP building, a building of that nature, an office of that nature.
I feel like you're leading me. You're not a lawyer.
No, I'm not leading. Well, then I'll make a good attorney.
I'm being cross-examined, yes.
But I'm just saying, in terms of a high risk or highly secured...
any high-risk facility, yes.
And protesting outside of that,
that could be a reasonable basis, depending on the circumstances. As I said, I know what you're talking about. I don't know of any of the facts that took place. But yes, if there's a high risk or sensitive area, if there's a security area, something like that, and it looks like a congregation of persons could present a risk, and you have evidence of that, and you have something to base it on, then yes, the police can intervene.
All right.
And treat that, yeah. I think that could be justified.
And just along those lines, what is inciting? What at what point do we reach the point of saying this was inciting, especially under state of emergency?
Inciting what? You mean inciting violence or inciting the breach of a peace? Inciting it's different things. Well, but it must be a positive act. It can't be something passive. It must be a positive act. It must be not an omission. It must be a positive act that the court would determine would reasonably cause someone else to breach the peace or violence or that sort of thing.
Could it be a chant?
Could it be a what? A chant?
Like during a protest, you're chanting a particular. Could that be deemed?
I have not. To be honest, I've not seen a law is built on precedent.
Okay.
I have not. Yeah, I've not seen a precedent for that. If someone shows me, I'm sure there are some other attorneys who would do deeper research.
Right.
Shows me a precedent where that could be construed as inciting. Well, so be it. But I have not seen that yet. I have not seen that. Certainly not.
X.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
and then that would have to be considered also in the context of your freedom of speech rights and that sort of thing, right? So that would have to be tempered. Any type of law would have to be tempered. Well, you also have a right of freedom of speech, not to be obscene and not to cause a breach of the peace. But certainly, if you are in a lawful protest and you have a chance or some type of thing, well, that would have to be considered. Yeah.
All right, that's freedom of speech. Just before you go, one more question on that note. As I mentioned, freedom of speech. There is this thought or this belief that under a state of emergency, you lose your right, you lose all your rights, and you have no freedom of speech, and you have no this and that and everything taken away. Could you just explain to us what exactly?
You certainly don't lose your rights.
Right.
Some of your rights are suspended, or some of your rights
curtailed.
Yes, or some of your rights are curtailed a little more.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you lose. In fact, as I always tell people, there was a state of emergency some years ago, or in early 25, where there were restrictions on protesting. And I was one of the lawyers who had an activist, and we went to court and we got that struck off. In these versions of states of emergency that are being passed now, those provisions are no longer there. So they're not there.
But that would be in the provision, the extra provisions, or the what is called it, the rules that govern
The regulation, yeah. Well, no, I'm
Yes.
saying it used to be there.
Oh, okay.
In 2025, I went to court with an activist and we got it removed in that version of the state of emergency. Right? That
Okay.
was in early 2025. In these, those restrictions or that restriction about that could have stopped protests are not in these version of rules. But as I said, the police do have a discretion. If there's some threat to public safety or public risk, then they can give directions to tell you to do certain things. Yeah.
Okay, and finally, you keep saying every time we talk, I keep coming up with something in my head. I said this morning at the start of the show, right? And you are part of the law fraternity, and I guess you would be someone that would understand where I'm coming from. I said we have a lot of miseducation out there amongst the general public, with a lack of understanding for certain procedures and systems, right? And a whole process, which is the natural course of justice. But I said you can have your doubts about the TTPS. You could have doubts about many things. We could call corruption in many different places. But the one place that we ought not to try and cast a dark cloud over is the justice system, the judiciary, because the courts have proven themselves to work. The process might be slow, but the courts do work.
In my opinion, I agree with that. I think our justice system is a strong one, and then we still maintain the right to the Privy Council, which is far removed from them. And you have the politics and
they are far removed from the
So it takes a while sometimes for you to get justice or for you to get the result that you may have sought. It takes some time, but it's there.
But it works.
Yeah,
it works. Yeah.
It works, and we have never had any issue of a court ruling that has come out in the public domain like justice wasn't served and something wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
You've had judgment where the courts have severely criticized public authorities, but to say that directly that the justice system has failed or that the judicial system has failed, no, and I don't think so. As an attorney and someone who practices, I have confidence in our judicial system. That's what I can say.
All right, nice man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks a lot
Sure,
for your
no problem, guys.
Insightful learnings.
Anytime.
Yeah, man.
Your
Thanks a lot.
insightful learnings, my brother. Yeah, man.
Right,
Have
cool.
a good day.
Nice one. So that is attorney Kyle Taklal Singh,
one
and
of the
hopefully
best lawyers in the country, people. Trust me, he's
Yeah.
very good. Very good.
And hopefully, hopefully you understand. I think he explains things
Quite
in
eloquently.
a simple way,
Yeah.
where the layman could
Understand,
pick up and understand, right?
And we're not into the noise. We're not into the noise. We are trying to declutter the noise so that at the end of the day, she will be charged and she has to face the matter and she has to have a good defense lawyer to poke loopholes into the case that the police would have presented. So if you find the police was wrong, this is your chance to prove them wrong and to come out victorious at the end. But it is what it is. No amount of protesting is not going to stop the case from running.
Exactly.
No amount of protesting.
And at the end of the day, like I said, anytime that we start to cast doubts,
a dark cloud over
our judiciary, we are a collapsed society.
And the DPP has been doing human service to this effort, and we must support him in terms of what he has he has made the first arbitration.
Yeah.
And the first arbitration is that he has evidence. It's called a prima. Oh, I forget to ask him to tell him what a prima facie is. Yeah, but I want them to hear it from the lawyer, not the bush lawyer, right?
Well,
so
yeah. We could come back to that with him, and I'm sure we'll have him on a different.
He will give you in terms of what is the timeline, because an investigation goes by a timeline.
Correctly.
I keep saying that over and over again.
Yep.
The police, well, I don't have much confidence in them, to be honest, right? But I'm just saying that they do a pretty good, and these days they're showing up the flaws, and that is what causing the problems. But nevertheless, that's my personal feeling. That doesn't have to be your personal feeling. But I'm just saying that they would lay out a timeline, and based on that timeline, the forensic report will come in and it will corroborate or disintegrate the timeline. And if the man see certain things in the report that says, hey, this looking this looking shaky here, or this looking like it can have some weight, it is not his job to have a foolproof case. He can have the evidence, and the evidence could be circumstantial. It doesn't have to be fact. But the point is, he who alleged must prove. So when they come in, they have to come with all the facts into the court, and then the defense now will look at all. And that's what I told you this morning when I came in. I would love to have been a defense lawyer for the defense in this case here. I would have loved to be a defensive lawyer for this case, because I am seeing several loopholes that has to be corroborated by the prosecution. If the prosecution is found wanting, it is what it is. The police are to be charged, or whatever it is that come out, right? It is what it is. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. The justice will come. The justice will come. And juxtaposing that to the Juman's case, it took 4 years. This one took 4 months in terms of the first arbitration.
Yeah.
So let's see where it goes from here, right?
All right, let me see if we could let me take the break.
All right.
Let me take the break. Come back and take some calls, right? Or hold some straight. We come back after this.
Did you know the first ship carrying Indian immigrants to Trinidad arrived on May 30th, 1845? The vessel was called the Fat El Razak, and it brought more than 200 passengers to our shores. Between 1845 and 1917, over 140,000 Indians came to Trinidad under the indentureship system. Despite
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Get get a preloaded SIM card for as low as $40, available at any store where you see a Digicel sign on the outside. Spot the Digicel sign, get a new number, preloaded data and more. Win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digicel customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter, and enter now for the chance to win cash weekly. All right. So, like I said, we'll go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. X and Mr. Savon.
Yes, dear.
I come to these two ladies' rescue this morning. The two activists, or however you call them.
Sure, go ahead. Share your thoughts.
If I was them, I would have done the same thing, what they're doing.
Right.
Because I'm noticing everybody that persecutes the Prime Minister when she was in opposition, everybody eating her food. So if it's me, I would have joined the line that they could pull me into to eat her food. And about the police thing, since I know myself in this country, I never see police get prosecuted for killing people. I could remember on New Year's night, one pull a gun and the people say the honor man, I don't know. Or he was with the man. He killed the man on spot. And he said he thought it was a toy gun. I hear nothing about this. I have internet, but I can't use it. Make a research for me to find out what become of that case.
All right, no problem. Yeah. I don't know where she was going with the first one, but nevertheless.
We were just making fun of them, because I don't understand them kind of spirit now. I just saying as a man, right?
Oh, she talking about those two?
Yeah.
I just saying
as a man, them is miserable spirit.
Them just miserable, that's all. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, yeah.
Yes,
I just responding to that ticket thing with that you were querying about there. There have been instances where people calling on different shows and so on and said that they went to do transactions in licensing office and couldn't transfer their vehicle or renew the permit until such time that they paid outstanding tickets. I don't know if they had it pending.
That is the issue.
That would be the key issue. Yeah.
Yeah, if they challenge the case and it was pending and as a result they still can't do no transaction.
Well, we have a bet on here right now. We have a bet on here right now that there's nothing in place for that. Nothing in place for that.
X is saying that nothing in place. When I say it, I wouldn't be surprised, but I think it works. I think there's some in place and it works.
What have we? All right, but we will see. We will see.
No problem, man. Who would that fall under? Eli Zakur?
Yeah.
All right. Eli Zakur. All right, no problem. 6224911.
If you had $10,000 in tickets, right? And you challenge all 12, would you be able to do a transaction in licensing office?
All right, that's hold on, yeah?
Nobody. So I've been laying low because a lot of the topics seem to be focused around the shooting and whatnot. I don't want to disturb anybody's show. But that topic, as well as some of the stuff you all talk about today regarding various arms of state and institutions of state and confidence in them, right? It's a bigger issue that this is revealing. So the shooting and the police issue and all of that, it demonstrates a certain lack of confidence in the police, even the judicial system. So a lot of the things you all talk about this morning, even traffic tickets. I've gotten 5 traffic tickets in my life. I've contested 4. I won the 4. You know why? Because I went through the process. People don't seem to trust the process. Right? That's what to me is coming out with a lot of these recent issues. And why those people protested the other day and it ended up the way it did, because they don't trust the process. They're trying to do it on their own. That's a signal you need to take note of and do something about. Right? The Victor Roberts thing is again another example. I say that this demonstrates, the Victor Roberts thing, demonstrates that we are living a lie. We are living a lie that our electoral and governance system is based on voting persons into office who we think will represent us. That's all it is. We are voting parties into office. And when a person of a particular party runs afoul of the party, all of a sudden the lie is revealed. We're not voting for the person, we're voting for the party. And that means, again, it's a signal that we need to review our electoral and governance system. in the central government system, I've suggested a way to do that, to get better representation for the people in the parliament. But in the local government system, I've often said that local government should not have any big party involvement. Because if indeed it is based, or the concept is, you're putting your confidence in somebody who you live with in that community. Community, and you believe will serve the community in the very basic needs to keep the community going, then there's no way, or more, it should be more likely that that person can run as an independent. He should not have to need the crutches of a big mega party to support him. But yet still, this is the truth. The reality is, and somebody challenged me on this, I didn't do a survey about if how many people know who the MP is. Like, give me a break. All right? Most people don't care about who the MP is, they care about what party they belong to. And instances like this, like with Victor Roberts, demonstrates that. It's a signal of lack of confidence in our whole systems. Our systems need to be looked at. Or you're going to just keep having these, to fight these fires every Monday morning.
Well, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's on.
Nobody again. So I don't want to lose focus on some big picture stuff in fighting fires. So what's the big picture
He's the
stuff?
only man that's on a little voice note, so yeah.
And the things that are happening in the world that we need to take note of if we are to ride the wave properly that's coming. So Qatar left OPEC in 2019. The UAE has left the 1st of May this year. May Day, right? They call that May Day, right? That's a big signal, you know. Because OPEC, what is the function? The OPEC was basically a cartel meant to control the price of oil on the higher end of things by controlling the production of oil. Because if you flood the market with this thing, the price will drop. So we are going to put restrictions on all of us here, agreed in this cartel, so the price stays nice and high. And all, right? Great. One by one, these members are leaving because there's a theory out there, and it's a sound theory, that oil and gas, the market will fall out eventually in the long run. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about in the long run. The price will drop because half of a barrel, when you take a barrel and you put it through a refinery, you get 8 fractions. About 30% in general, these are our figures, about 30% is diesel, 20% is gasoline. 10% other fuels, right? It could be different, very different, depending on the type of oil, right? So they're thinking the value of oil is going to drop because less and less the world is dependent on oil for fuel. But the reality is it will continue to depend on oil for the rest of it, the other 50 to 50%. That forms the petrochemical industry and all of the products it makes, which is in our lives and cannot be removed from your life. Petroleum is here forever in that regard. So they're trying to extract and sell their stuff while they think the price is high. So that's why some of them are leaving OPEC, because I don't want nobody holding me back for my production. What does that mean for Trinidad? It means 2 good things. One, the price will drop of oil. And we have a downstream industry which takes nice, cheap oil and turns it into nice products you can sell for value-added prices. And I'll say that again, beg, borrow, and steal, get your refinery back open. Invite somebody else to open the next refinery because you're probably going to need it. All right? But these are signals that what we are doing right now regarding, and what's happening in the world right now regarding Iran and Venezuela and all of that, and now OPEC, things are lining up. And we have to be ready to ride the wave. Whatever high oil price you see there now is going to drop. In 2 years, it's going to be a lot lower. And that'll be good for us because it's then around then we should be back in the petrochemical business.
All right, 15 minutes away from the hour of 12 o'clock, 15 minutes away to the news at the top of the hour, 6224911.
I wonder if people don't understand his analysis.
I think he says it simply enough.
I don't know if we'll be taking it in. I don't know if we'll be so confused that we doesn't really see.
Well, it have people who not following the global news like he is, right? And they're not following the geopolitics. They're just following what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago, and they're just concerned about that without the understanding that what takes place in or around the world in different sectors directly affects the way that we do business and how we operate, right? So what he does is he is tying in the international picture with what it means for Trinidad and Tobago. But like I said, a lot of that is beyond page 23 in the newspaper. People don't go that far into the news, right? Like I don't see anybody really, the average person, like 80% of people who maybe read a newspaper or read the news, they don't go to the business sector or the world news sector, right?
They're so busy trying to put our orchard in our lunchbox that they don't have time with all of that.
And then what we living on, the world that we living in is you will consume on demand.
Right.
But not on demand, but you know what I mean, on WhatsApp and these things, right? Where you have these little YouTube videos and news reports and international newspapers and these kind of things coming through on your WhatsApp feed. So you might click it, and if it don't interest you, you're not going to. So there's a lot of things that you're not going to know about. Case in point, yesterday we had a live broadcast here for 3 hours, right? In that 3 hours, the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism gave a detailed performance report. How many people you think understood it or caught it yesterday? Or look at 9 many papers this morning.
We will find out.
Look at 90 papers this morning. Where is it in the papers? Let me go through the headlines here. Page 3. Couple arrested after police stop escalates. Cop fires gun over traffic ticket. PM willing to extend SOE again. 19-year-old worker unfortunately died after crushed by a truck. That is page 3, right? We go on to page 4. The protests. The Prime Minister.
Views.
Kaya.
We almost got 3,000 views yesterday from the about 3,000 views we get
from
YouTube. On that thing yesterday.
Oh, on the thing yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have the PCA. Right, but I'm going through the paper and showing all there where the important news end up. Like what nobody was talking about there. Coover Point Lisa's chamber calls for urgent state probe. Shippers charging US dollars for local fees. WASA working to minimize disruptions. I reach page 8 and 9. It's nowhere there. Right? I reach page 10 and 11. Right? It don't have nothing. Look at here. Trade Minister says government looking beyond energy. One small article here, right? It's on page 10.
Right.
Okay? And it's not even a whole page. They had a 3-hour presentation.
They took it in a corner.
Right? They took it in a corner there. And as you go on to that's it. That's all but the ins and outs and all of what they, you see, the problem with what they put over yesterday, right? Is that you had a lot of business people and people from a ministerial perspective, right?
Right.
Speaking to the business sector. But that language that you're going to use for the business sector to explain what's going on in trade, investment and tourism, the layman didn't understand that. The layman don't want to hear half of the terminologies that you're using. The layman need to hear that, right, as it relates to, trade.
As he put it there, the nice price we enjoying now,
right,
we're not going to enjoy that later on this year or
no,
next year.
We're not going to.
But it is going to benefit us in terms of all the things that we have downstream of that.
Correct.
All the different, the low sulfur diesel, the plastics, the sulfates, all the different things make up how we make money, because we make money off of the low price that we buy those stuff at and sell it high.
That's right. Hold your thought there. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes,
What was explained just now is the present and how the person perceived the future to be. We live in a dynamic world and things change. We're in the AI era now, and things will change even further again, and human beings will adjust. And the movers and shakers of society will affect certain things that will cause the rest of the world to follow in that direction. So we not just preach doom and gloom and present. Let me look at dynamic things and how things unfold and how we move in our next direction. Have a good day, man.
Yeah, man, no scene. Yeah, well, I mean, it is an ever moving. Yeah, it's
I think he has explained that change quite succintly.
Because he explained that the oil price is here now, but it will drop. And when that change takes place and it drops, this is where you will want to be.
We will want to capitalize.
So it's a dynamic situation, and the change is ever moving. It's constant. Morning.
Have a good day.
Morning, Mr. Stephan.
Yes.
Your colleague.
Yes, Mr. X. Yes, go ahead. That's it? You called us a good morning? All right, no problem. Good morning to you too. Thanks to the manners. All right, that was our manners call. Morning!
Hello.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead.
Well, I had made that point some time ago in relation to the oil price or the low price and things that it will eventually take place sometime.
Yeah.
But all these tanks, they're having tank farming. The old refinery at Point 14 and 14 Point up here. Refurbish them tank and, when oil cheap, you buy and you store it. And when your refinery, you get your refinery up and running.
Yes, but storing oil does not benefit us. We make money. We don't make money from oil and gas. We make money from gas, we make money from oil, but the downstream, the urea, the different Methanex, all the different companies take our produce and make it into something that we can sell later on.
Right.
That's how we make money. We make money from the derivatives from oil and gas.
Right.
So so it's not a case of just banking and storing
when the price low and selling
thing.
when it high. It's not that simple.
And the average Joe doesn't understand that piece, and that's what I think that nobody comes in and gives it a nice spin. So
Well, I think that's something that needs to be explained as well across the board to the population, so they have a better understanding of the sector.
Because when you put
caller.
oil in a distillation column, you get several different things from it, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Right. And the last thing is get his I think is bitumen.
Bitumen,
The last thing
yeah.
is get his bitumen, I think.
Which is something that there is a demand for.
Yeah.
There's a huge demand for bitumen.
Yeah.
So, you know. All right, but thanks a lot, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
All right. Yeah, Paulo. Yeah, man. We have about 7 minutes. We have one final break to take. I'll take it in about a minute or so. Look. One of our viewers, they're saying, look, they don't understand. It goes over their head. That's the conversation like from yesterday.
Yeah.
The average person's attention span is limited. I watched the entire diversification in action yesterday. It was very informative. But as informative as it was, it is not properly covered in the media today. There is not a breakdown of what the tourism sector is doing.
And you're back at
There is,
and you're going to talk about it in
Well,
Breslau
right.
and I'm thing.
and then the communication from the ministry is lacking on a day like today, where you're coming off that presentation and your communication is supposed to be out there with the public. Morning.
Yeah, morning, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Right,
what's
so
going on?
about 3 weeks ago, you saw one of the daily papers and the Sunday papers that how the Titan plant, Methanex, the Titan plant was going to be idle, and that make big news.
Right.
And now yesterday papers now you're seeing NGC sign up 100% of all contracts have been renewed, including that one. So everybody come and they sign up the deals, and
Everybody lining up themselves because they're seeing the potential. They know that the potential
exactly. And I believe strongly that Nutrien will follow suit. If you see all your partners and them going one way, you must follow suit.
Right.
You understand? So I think that is the only one left, and I believe they will come on board again, because I think really and truly better days coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, take it.
Yeah. Now the management of those better days that come in is very important. Because X keeps saying it. All the other side got two boom. Nobody else never get a boom. Let the lady get the boom and let us see what she does with it.
There's a last hurrah.
I think that's a fear.
A last hurrah.
I think that's fair. I
And
think
can
that's
change
fair.
real things because of a majority.
I mean, look, it had plenty things in. It had plenty noise. Like I said from the start, when we started this program on the 5th of January, I said we are here to deal with the noise. We want to deal with that noise to bring calm and good sense and good thinking, right thinking to the people, right?
Not noise.
It doesn't have to be that we agree with each other all the times. We may disagree from time to time. Nothing wrong with that. You're free to say and state your opinions, right? Whether it is along our ideology or not. Another perspective is always welcomed. But what I'm saying is, right, we mightn't have, we have a lot of confusion and chaos taking place. A lot of it is generated, from voices behind the scenes and, people pushing certain things. And I think that the opposition has been given a lot of rein to dictate the narrative for the last year, because the government's communication has been so poor. We have spoken about that poor communication. We have spoken about the Prime Minister meeting with school children. We have spoken about the Prime Minister coming right here to the State Media House and do a sit-down, or go to a town hall, have a town hall and address the people in the country and let them know what the true state of affairs is. I think until things like that start to happen and the government really open up their communication to the public, I think there are a lot of things that will be, speculated on.
And the
And
102,000 people, they ain't dead.
Yeah, those people, they ain't dead.
They ain't dead.
Right? So,
All right, just saying.
These are just things to take into consideration. So
Just saying.
we're gonna take the final break and come back and close on Off the Record today. Tomorrow's Friday, but we close the week.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most, on air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, so we're back, and we're about to wrap things up. We just have about a minute and a half. All right, and we are out of here. Tomorrow's Friday. Sherwin Winchester will be joining us tomorrow. X, you here tomorrow?
Yeah.
I see you come out in your...
For most of the show.
I see you come out on your spit on people shirt this morning, boy.
Eh?
Yeah, one nice shirt you have on this morning, a real spit on people shirt.
It is what it is, man.
But I tell you this, Sherwin has a terrific initiative. I think if we had a few other soca artists that doing initiatives like that,
Right.
it'll go a long way. Sherwin is putting on a show. You'll hear more about it tomorrow, right? And he's take all the proceeds and do a school project. So
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So if the school need a new gym, or they need new equipment for the gym, or they need some kind of thing, construction, upgrades or whatever.
In contrasting to my guy who I keep my eye on for the year.
Who's that boy?
Marshall Montana.
Marshall,
you know
yeah.
that? You know that?
And you know, some fellas do more than others, you know, when it comes
Big
to that
joker.
kind of work, you know.
Me had time with
But-
them, you know. I just say that I see it and I sorry, you know. Who vex lost? You know.
Yeah, but
Talk about
nevertheless.
feelings the one.
We
So that-
have...
that-
we
that-
just have a few seconds before the news.
That protest, all they forget our protest, right? All they just gather money and
Yeah,
get it
man.
to the court. We
All
want to
they
hear
relax
what comes
all
out of
this,
this matter. That's what we want to hear. Out of
Right.
all this stupid talk we hearing,
Yeah.
we want to hear what coming out of that matter.
So let us calm down and let the process take its
So forget
its
our
course.
protest stupidness now, man. Just try and raise money. Go
Right.
open my GoFundMe and let you get real money.
So we got the news at noon. X.
Yeah, even the dollars of minds have the genius of expressing the obvious. Stop walking around the town with your blinkers on as you just be running to a post. Have a good day, TNT.
The news freeze with Ayana Carter there holding her phone in her hand. Yes, Lord Father. They know that on here. Nobody had monitored that. All right, people. News at noon. We take it to TTT. Connect with X. And, you know what I mean? Look out for that. She will take your calls and issues and stuff that you may be she's coming up next. But until tomorrow, we are out.